Hey Double Dip babes, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be doing some really pretty summer nail art using products from Double Dip Nails. I do already have the base of my nails done. These are dip powder nails. This is a pinkish nude type of color. I'm not going to be showing how I did these in this video, but it is just very basic dip powder application over nail tips. I am going to be using my marble mixing palette just to mix up some custom gel polish colors. I'm going to be using these two colors. This is 630 and 788. These are gel polishes from the nail lacquer and gel polish sets from Double Dip Nails. The color 630 is a very pretty minty green color. I have used this in my manicures before. I really love this shade of green. I'm just going to apply a decent amount of this polish onto the mixing palette. I'm then taking the color 788, which is a royal blue color, and I'm going to be placing this right beside the green. I am going to be mixing these two colors for a custom gel polish color. I am going for a greenish blue type of color. I am just using the brush from one of the gel polish bottles. Do keep in mind, if you use a brush from the gel polish bottle, you do want to make sure to clean it very well before inserting it back into the bottle. It wasn't quite the color that I was looking for, so I am taking this green gel liner, which is number 7 from the first gel liner collection. I'm just going to place a drop of this gel polish into the mixture and go ahead and mix that together. I also decided to add a little bit of white because this color wasn't quite as light as I wanted, so I'm just going to mix that in as well. So here's what that color looks like after I've mixed it together. I really like how this color is looking so far. So I'm just taking the same nail brush from the gel polish bottle and I'm going to go ahead and start painting it onto the nail. I am painting this onto the middle fingernail and I'm going to be doing some nail art over top of this, but this is the base color. Luckily, this mixture was very pigmented, so I did not have to do 2 layers of this gel polish color. I also did not want to make the nails too thick since I do already have dip powder on my nails. So I do really like how this color was already opaque and I didn't have to do multiple layers. Then taking a fine nail art brush, I'm going to pick up the same color of gel polish that I mixed up. I'm going to start on the right side of my ring fingernail and I'm going to draw a curved line from the corner all the way down to the center of the nail. I am going to fill in the corner of that as well. This is going to be kind of an abstract V-tip nail. I really like this nail. It looks very classy. Once I have the line perfected like I want, I did go ahead and cure that layer under the nail lamp for a full minute. Next, I am taking this orange gel liner. This is number 5 from the first gel liner collection. I'm going to be placing a little bit of this polish on the mixing palette as well. I'm also going to be adding a little bit of the white gel liner as well, just to give me a lighter shade of orange. Going back with the nail art brush, I'm going to go ahead and mix those two colors together. Using the orange gel that I just mixed up, I'm going to be drawing some circles on the blue nail. These are whole oranges. I actually think, looking back now, that the color that I mixed up was a little bit too light, so it does look a little bit more yellow than I would like. So they do kind of look a little bit like lemons, but these are supposed to be oranges. If you are recreating this, you can do as few or as many oranges as you like. Personally, I didn't want too many, so I'm only going to be doing 3 on the nail. Once I have those orange circles like I want, I did go ahead and do a full cure. I am going back to the blue that I mixed up. I did see an area that had a little bit more green that wasn't quite mixed well, and trying to mix that just a tiny bit more. I did want a darker color for the leaves of the oranges. Honestly, I did actually go back and mix up a different color later on because you can't quite see these leaves, but the leaves are very simple. I'm just doing a little lines coming off of the oranges. I am only doing 2 leaves per orange. Again, I know it's really hard to see on camera, but I do go back later on to fix the color of the leaves. Next, taking the white gel liner again, I'm going to be doing some small flowers in between the oranges. For these flowers, they are very simple. I'm just drawing an X shape and then I'm doing an extra line, making 5 total lines for the flower. I am going to be doing quite a few of these around the oranges. And taking a very small dotting tool, I'm going to pick up that white gel and do a few dots on the oranges. I'm also going to be doing a few tiny white dots around the design as well. I do feel like I get a little bit carried away with doing a lot of dots sometimes, but I really like to do them. They're very fun and it does give the design a little bit of a better look. I did go ahead and cure that under the nail lamp. Next, I am going back with the dotting tool and picking up the lighter shade of orange that I mixed up. I'm going to place very small dots inside of the flowers. I'm also going to go back with the fine nail art brush and I'm going to do a thin line on the ring fingernail to complete the V-shaped design. I'm also going to be adding a matte gel top coat to the middle fingernail because I do want this nail design to be matte. I did go ahead and cure that under the nail lamp. Next, I'm going to go ahead and draw an orange on the index nail. I will be honest, after doing this nail, I did take a break and that nail actually ended up being messed up. So I had to go back and fix it later on. So I will be explaining the process of this design in just a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and take a gel top coat. This is from any of the polygel kits. I'm just going to be applying a layer of this onto the ring fingernail. Normally I would top coat all of the nails at once, but I just wanted to go ahead and get this nail over with. I did go ahead and cure that. I am taking the fine nail art brush again and the blue gel that I mixed up earlier. And for this pinky nail, I am doing a design. I'm not quite sure what it's called, but I have seen a lot of people do it before. So I'm just starting by drawing a line in the center of the nail all the way to the cuticle area. In between the side of the nail and that line, I'm drawing a curved line and I'm going to go ahead and fill that in as well. This is basically the top portion of this nail design. I'm also going to be mixing up a tiny bit more of the light orange color just so that I have enough gel to finish out this nail design. I'm going to be repeating the exact same thing for the bottom part of the nail. Again, I'm just drawing a straight line from the center all the way down to the tip of the nail. Once I have that line, I'm going to draw a curvy line from the center line all the way to the side of the nail. And I'm going to fill that in. Because I did want these two gel polishes to kind of ombre, I did clean off the nail art brush and I'm going to start going over in between where those lines meet just to try to mix those two colors. Once I have it like I want, I did go ahead and cure. Again, I am going to be mixing up some more of the light orange gel polish color just so that I have enough polish to do the thumb. Taking the dotting tool again, I'm going to be using the bigger side and pick up the lighter shade of orange and start doing dots in the corner of the thumbnail. For this nail, I did want to do ombre dots, so the dots in the corner of the nail are a lot bigger than the dots in the middle of the nail. I don't really have a method of how I did these ombre dots. Like I said, the dots at the corner are a lot bigger than the ones in the middle of the nail. I did also start to space them out a little bit as I got further down the nail, just so that I can easily ombre these dots. Once I have all of the orange dots, I did clean the dotting tool and I went back with the blue gel polish color, and I'm going to repeat the same process on the opposite side of the nail. I did go ahead and cure that under the nail lamp. Next, I am going back with the gel top coat and I'm going to go ahead and top coat the pinky and the thumbnail. After curing is when I noticed that the index nail art was messed up, so I went ahead and removed that. So to do the index nail, I'm starting by applying a matte gel top coat. I am applying a matte top coat because I do want the background of this nail design to be matte. Once I've applied the gel top coat, I did go ahead and cure for a full minute. Going back with the fine nail art brush and the lighter shade of orange that I mixed up, I'm going to go ahead and do a half circle at the cuticle area of the nail and fill this in. This is the base color of the orange. I find that it might be a little bit easier to start with the lighter shade of orange and then work your way in towards the darker shades, just to make sure those lighter shades of gel properly show up on the nail. Once I have the half circle filled in, I did go ahead and cure that layer under the nail lamp. Next, I am taking the darker shade of orange and I'm going to be outlining that half circle. This is basically the skin area of the orange. I would recommend not to make this too thick because you do want to keep as much detail as possible, and making the line too thick will make it look a little bit more cartoonish. With the same dark orange gel, I am going to be doing these segments of the orange. For this, it's just very stretched out V shapes, and you do want to connect the ends of those V shapes and make it a little bit rounded. I'm not quite sure if that makes sense, but you can just look at a picture of an orange and just go ahead and try to replicate that. I do think this is quite simple. When doing these segments, you do want to leave a tiny line in between each one, just to make sure you keep that detail in the orange. I did go ahead and cure that under the nail lamp. Next, I am taking a very small amount of the white gel, and I'm going to be doing some very thin lines inside of the segments. Drawing these little white lines is going to give the orange slice a lot more detail. You don't have to do it, but I would recommend it. I did also decide to add a very thin white line just underneath the skin of the orange, just to give it a little bit more. Just to make the design pop. Once that layer is cured, I am going back with the gel top coat, and I'm only going to apply this to the orange. I did go ahead and cure. Picking up a small amount of the builder gel, I'm going to start doing some really thin lines inside of those segments. This is going to make the design look a little bit 3D. I really love looking at fruit nail designs that have builder gel to make the fruit look a little bit 3D. I think those nail designs are really cute, especially for summer, so I just went ahead and added the builder gel to all of those segments. I did go ahead and do a half cure just to make sure those lines of builder gel do not level out. I do want these lines to be very 3D. Then taking a bigger amount of the builder gel on the brush, I'm going to start doing some water drops coming off of the orange. To do these, I'm just making a little circle where I want the end of the water drop to be, and I'm going to drag that up towards the orange. I am going to be doing a few of these water drops. Doing nail designs with builder gel like this is actually a lot more simple than you think it would be. You do have to be a little bit on the quicker side just to make sure that the gel doesn't self-level, because you do want to keep the 3D-ness of the builder gel. Once I have the water drops like I want, I did go ahead and cure for a full minute. And the last step is to take the cuticle oil, which is number 6, and I'm going to apply this to all of the cuticles. It is important to rehydrate your skin after every single manicure. And here are the nails. Let me know what you guys think of this nail design down below in the comments. I really like it. I think it's perfect for summer. Do make sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, you can click the boxes and subscribe to Double Dip's YouTube channel by clicking the circle here. You can also subscribe to my personal YouTube channel by clicking the circle here.